What if one scientific paper could change an entire conversation? Not because it proved everything, but because it asked questions that could no longer be ignored. In May 2025, a peer-reviewed study published in Frontiers in Veterinary Science examined adverse event reports linked to Librela, also known as Bedinvetmab. Its findings immediately sparked debate across the veterinary world. Supporters called it a wake-up call. Critics questioned its methodology. Regulators continued to review the evidence. So what did the paper actually say? And why has it become one of the most discussed publications surrounding Librela? Let's examine the evidence. A paper that demanded attention. Scientific papers are published every day. Most receive little attention beyond researchers working in that field. This one was different. Published in Frontiers in Veterinary Science in May 2025, the paper focused on musculoskeletal adverse events reported after treatment with Librela, a monoclonal antibody licensed to treat osteoarthritis pain in dogs. Within days, the publication was circulating across veterinary groups, pet owner communities, and social media. Some believed it finally gave voice to concerns they had been raising for months. Others warned that the findings were being overstated. Why? Because understanding this paper requires understanding what it actually studied. What the researchers did. The authors did not conduct a new clinical trial. Instead, they analyzed pharmacovigilance data, reports submitted when an adverse event is suspected after a medicine has been used. They compared reports associated with Librela against reports linked to several other osteoarthritis medications. They also reviewed a series of individual clinical cases in detail. Their aim was to determine whether certain musculoskeletal events appeared disproportionately associated with Librela. In the available reporting data, the findings, the researchers reported that several categories of musculoskeletal adverse events, including ligament and tendon injuries, accelerated joint destruction, fractures, septic arthritis, and some other joint-related conditions appeared more frequently in the reporting database for Librela than for the comparator medications they analyzed. In the clinical cases they reviewed, the authors concluded that there was evidence they considered consistent with a causal association between Librela and accelerated joint destruction. In those specific cases, these conclusions attracted immediate attention because they challenged assumptions about the medicine's safety profile and highlighted questions that many owners and veterinarians believed warranted further investigation. Why the paper was controversial. Scientific debate did not end when the paper was published. It began. Other researchers published responses questioning aspects of the methodology. Among the issues raised were the limitations of spontaneous adverse event reporting systems, reporting bias, and the fact that these reports cannot, on their own, establish that a medicine caused an event. The authors of the original paper defended their work, while critics argued that stronger evidence would be needed before drawing broader conclusions. This exchange is a normal part of scientific discourse, particularly when a study has potentially important implications. What regulators said, regulatory agencies also continued their own reviews. Their role is different from that of academic researchers. Rather than focusing on a single publication, they consider a wide range of evidence, including clinical trials, pharmacovigilance data, laboratory findings, and ongoing safety monitoring. At the time of writing, regulators had continued to monitor Librela's safety profile while maintaining that its overall benefit-risk balance remained positive based on the evidence they had assessed. That does not mean the questions raised by the paper have been dismissed. It means they are considered within a broader body of evidence. Why this matters. This paper became significant not because it settled the debate, but because it intensified it. It prompted discussion about how adverse event reports should be interpreted. It highlighted the importance of post-marketing surveillance, and it reminded both veterinarians and pet owners that scientific understanding evolves as new evidence emerges. Whether future research reinforces these findings, challenges them, or refines them further, the publication has become an important part of the ongoing conversation about Librela. Science rarely moves in straight lines. One study raises questions, another tests them, others challenge the conclusions. That process can be uncomfortable, but it is how knowledge advances. If there is one lesson from the Frontiers paper, it is this: read beyond the headlines. understand what was studied, understand what was not, and follow the evidence as it continues to develop.